Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Resorts World here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. My name is Mark Chinook, and welcome to the District inside Resorts World. A big tip of the cap to Seata, who put this all together. An incredible place for us to hold a press conference for Top Rank and ESPN. Welcome inside Resorts World, everybody. It goes down Saturday, May 21st, beginning at 2:15 Pacific time on ESPN Plus, and then we switch over to the network, ESPN, at 5 p.m. Pacific. Again, everything coming to you live from the brand new Resorts World here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, on the famous Las Vegas Strip. The WBO Interim Middleweight Championship is on the line. Danny Dignum, Janibek Alimkhanuly on the line again. The WBO Interim Middleweight Championship. And then a huge lightweight battle. Jamaine Ortiz, Jamel Herring, they are with me on stage, as well as a welterweight showdown featuring Tiger Johnson to my left, and a featherweight showdown featuring Jesse Magdaleno to my right. Thank you, gentlemen, for spending some time. And a big welcome to everybody standing here with us in Resorts World. It's nice to see faces and crowds again, and this incredible brand new property here in Las Vegas. Jesse, let's get this started with you, brother. It is great to see you again. You've been out of the ring now for almost 2 years. How does it feel to be back sitting on this stage doing a press conference?
You know, first and foremost, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity and setting me with this tremendous talent that I have. And next, I'd like to thank Bob Arum for giving me the opportunity to be here to showcase my talent. But it's been a long 2 years, and I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And now that the time is here, I am utmost excited about it. Can't wait to shine.
Listen, you're a former champ at the junior featherweight division. How much longer do you think before we see you challenging for a title at the featherweight division?
Very, very soon. There's no time wasting now. Now we're going to go after it.
What did you miss the most on the break?
Everything. The training, the getting punched, feeling the hits, the sore, everything. I missed it all, you know, and I'm just very, very pleased to be back.
We were talking a little bit before we came on air because I'm a big hat guy. I wear them all the time, and I see Game Over on the hat. Tell the story before we get over here to Tiger, because I think it's relevant, speaks to who you are as a father, and just give us a little insight to that hat, because I think Game Over might be coming with you a little while now.
I think so too. But the story is behind it all is my son actually was on vacation, came home, brought me this hat as a gift, and I thought it was because I love to game. I thought it was about the whole gaming thing, and it was all about boxing. He looked at me and he said, "Dad, you're coming back. You're having a big fight," and he's like, "It's game over for everybody." And I said, "Yes, sir. Let's get it."
I love it. So maybe Saturday night when I introduce you into the ring, it might be Jesse Game Over Magdaleno.
It might be. We might just put El Peligroso to the side. It might just put Game Over.
We'll talk about it, but I'm looking forward to it. Listen, congratulations. Welcome back. It's been a long 2 years, and I know Top Rank and the entire Top Rank family is excited to have you back. Tiger, I want to turn over to you, man. Welcome. Thank you for spending time for us. You're a U.S. Olympian, one of the top prospects in the sport. You're back on ESPN for the second time. Talk about that, man. 4 fights, 2 of them on ESPN.
It's a blessing, man. All I got to do is just give thanks to God, and Bob Arum and my management team, split team management. And, I'm just happy to be here. And we just taking it one fight at a time. I had a good camp with Brian Castano. Shout out to him. He had a good fight. But, I'm just ready to, for whatever.
It's your first year as a professional. What do you make of it so far? Because it's been truly spectacular to follow so far.
It's fun. I mean, I like fighting, so I enjoy getting better as time go on. Each fight, y'all see that I got from my debut all the way up to my last fight. Y'all see that I've been improving, and it's gonna get better and better. And this Saturday, y'all gonna see.
Just recently, the White House and our president invited boxing Olympians to visit the White House. You got to meet the president. That's a special moment. Talk about that and what that meant to you.
It meant a lot because we, about the COVID coming, we didn't get a chance to go see the White House, so they arranged it for us, and we went there the beginning of May, and it felt like I was on the Olympic team again, all over again. So and then we had like a nice gala. It felt like I was at prom, so it was cool.
I felt like you were at prom. That's a good comparison. I don't know if I'd feel like I was at prom at the White House, but you're going to look back at that moment 25 years from now and think back to it, meeting the president, being able to visit the White House because of your accomplishments as a U.S. Olympian. Congratulations.
Thank
we
you.
look forward to Saturday night. We'll see you tomorrow at weigh-ins.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, I want to get to our co-feature of the evening. They are sitting on either side of me right now. Jamaine Ortiz, Jamel Herring, a huge lightweight battle. Jamel, I want to start with you. There's been a lot of changes for you in your camp. You moved up, new trainer, and this is your first fight since 2019 not as champion.
Oh damn! It's been that long.
It's been that long, man. You're a champ for a long time.
I mean, everything's been good though. I mean, still shout out to B&B Boxing. I still got love. I got a lot of love for those guys over there. I know my man Steven Nelson's fighting on Saturday night as well, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him return. But my man Manny Robles, Edgar, Matias, in the gang, of course, perfecting athletes, they never change. So it was a great camp, and I'm just happy to just be back in the ring.
A lot of big names were thrown your direction that fell through. Why is this the right fight right now? Why is this the right opponent?
I mean, like I said, because Jamaine's the only one that basically stepped up. You know what I mean? So you gotta give him that respect. And then there's nothing against. I mean, it's nothing against anyone else. Like I speak with guys like Carl Moretti all the time. Richard Comey, that was a name thrown at us. But Richard, I guess he's fighting up in weight. Jose Pedraza soon. Conceição was another name thrown at me. We were supposed to get the set up for a matchup with Miguel Berchelt as well, but you seen how that played out. But I mean, like I said, I don't complain. I don't fuss. I don't really give Top Rank anyone an issue about who I match up with. As long as it's a fight that people want to see and it makes sense, then I'm all for it.
I'm going to come over to you, Jamaine. Thanks for spending time with us today. You heard Jamel talk. Now listen, you've come off a pair of two huge, high-profile fights, and now you're facing a former champion in Herring. What does this opportunity mean to you?
I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity, my team, CES, Top Rank, for making it happen. And it's a big opportunity. I wanted to fight a former world champion just to get myself up there and prove myself that I can beat a former world champion and beat a current world champion. So this is the road that's ahead of me.
Were you surprised this fight came your direction?
Maybe the opponent, it wasn't something that I was expecting, but I'm not surprised at the road that I'm heading down, fighting a former world champion, because this is what I expect in my career and moving up and trying to climb the ladder. These type of fights are going to head my way.
Jamel, coming back to you, you always rebound incredibly well. The last time you had 2 defeats, you came out of the gate and it was everything you needed to be. Do you still feel you have something to prove now coming into this fight against Jamaine?
I always feel like I have something to prove. I mean, you guys know it really well. Even when I was champion, I was considered the underdog in big fights. When I fought Ito, underdog. When I fought Frampton, big underdog, and so on. So I just had that mentality, like, no matter who is in the ring, you always got to take them seriously, and you always got to prepare, like your back is against the wall. And that's how I prepare every fight. And, like I said, I had a great camp with Manny. A lot of people don't know, me and Manny, we've had a relationship for over 10 years. Manny was actually in my corner when I was getting ready for the Olympics, through the AIBA Worlds and the Continental qualifiers and even the Olympic Games. Coach Manny was there. So, with that, I just want to put that out there. Like, even with the change, it's not a big change. Like, I'm familiar with him, man. But like Manny says it best, every fight is a big fight. There's no such things as tune-ups. There's no such things as anything like that. And the minute when you have that mindset, that's when you fall behind or you have a sloppy performance.
Jamaine, one more for you. You had a 7-week camp in Worcester. You're facing a veteran southpaw. Anything in camp that you had to make adjustments to, or was it just another day in the park for you at the camp?
Just another day. I prepare every fight, kind of the same with the same mindset. It's a tough fight, and doing what works, doing what fits best for me and for my body and with my team, and we're going to be ready Saturday. Well,
we're excited about it Saturday night. To the 4 of you on stage, thank you so much for spending time with us. I'm going to ask you now to just leave your microphones on your stools, and we'll start with the co-main, Jamaine, Jamel, your first face-off of the week before we get to weigh-ins tomorrow. This is Herring-Ortiz, Jamel Herring. Huge lightweight battle. Again, coming to you live Saturday, May 21st from Resorts World, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Herring-Ortiz, Jamel Herring. This is our co-feature. Again, this is our co-feature coming to you live from Resorts World here in Las Vegas. Herring-Ortiz, Jamel Herring, a huge lightweight battle. And let's grab a couple photos. Jesse Magdaleno, Tiger Johnson. You guys come right up front. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to bring up our main event. Again, it all goes down Saturday, May 21st from Resorts World live here in Las Vegas. This is the WBO Interim Middleweight Championship featuring Danny Dignum and Janibek Alimkhanuly. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being here. It is going to be a big one. We have a translator right off stage for Janibek. So many big names were thrown his way for this fight. Munguia, Andrade, what does that say about this young man who signed on the dotted line to make it happen?
Много имен было брошено в твою сторону, Munguia, остальные. И что для тебя значит, что Dignum взял этот бой, подписался на этот бой?
Ассалаумалейкум баршаңызға. Енді бұл бокс болғаннан кейін әртүрлі сондай жағдайлар болады. Жаңағы мықты қарсыластар отказ беріп жатыр дейді. Енді бұл бала батырлық танытып, осылай бізбен кездесіп отырғанына үлкен алғысым шексіз. Бұйырса өте жақсы жекпе-жек болады деп ойлаймын.
It's a boxing, everything happening in boxing, as we know, and I'm very happy this young man took a fight, and we're going to show a very good fight for audience.
Thank you, thank you. Danny, I want to come over to you. This is your first fight away from the UK. It's your first shot at a title. Can you put that into words for us and everybody watching?
Yes, what I dreamed of since I was 9 years old when I first started boxing. I'm so pleased that the other fighters didn't fight him, because now that's giving my opportunity to fight him. He's a very good fighter. I've prepared well. I've done everything possible to give myself every opportunity, and I'm ready to take it.
Like I just asked Janibek, a lot of fighters passed to face him. You and your camp, without hesitation, signed on. Why?
Listen, I'm pleased the other fighters didn't take it, because I won't be sitting here now given the opportunity to box for the interim world title. The opportunity come up, and I just said yes straight away. You know what I mean? I boxed to try and prove myself, and now I've got the opportunity. I've grabbed it with both hands.
Janibek, do you feel you're one of the most avoided fighters on the planet?
Ты чувствуешь себя, что ты являешься самым боксером, который никто не хочет боксировать с тобой?
иә солай ойлаймын. Және де өте мынау қазіргі алдағы тұрған үлкен жекпе-жектерде біраз отказ береді деп ойлаймын. Сондықтан да қазір мінекей біз үлкен жаңағы жекпе-жекке келіп отырмыз. Енді бұндай жекпе-жектер алда әлі талай болады.
Yes, I think so. And I think in the future many of them is going to be stepping aside, not going to face me in the ring.
Yeah, every time you went to the ring, you put on a show. Danny, in 2013, I'm bringing you back a little bit, but in 2013, you had the chance to spar with Janibek in Kazakhstan. Do you remember anything from those sparring sessions, and did you ever think that this fight would happen?
At the time, we was in Kazakhstan on a training camp, and I say we only done like 1 or 2 rounds, and then we mixed it around. As far as boxing him, not really. You know what I mean? Maybe I fought as an amateur, but not as a professional. But yeah, 2013. That was a long time ago. I've improved. He's improved, and I'm ready to show the world what I can do.
Janibek, what type of respect do you have for Danny sitting across from you, knowing that all of these fighters passed on this opportunity and without hesitation, he and his camp signed on the dotted line?
Есть ли у тебя какой-то респект Дигнуму за то, что они взяли этот бой?
Бұл жағынан енді бұл қарсылас сыйлаймын. Бұл өте жақсы қарсылас біз үшін. Және де любительский карьерасы да бар. Сондықтан да бұл кісілерге әрине сыйластық. Бірақ бұл бокс болғаннан кейін, жекпе-жек болғаннан кейін, бұл жерде рингке шыққаннан кейін ондай сыйластық болмайды.
Yes, of course, I respect him very much taking this fight. He's a good fighter. His record says for it. He's a 14-0. He has a good amateur career. But then we're going to step in the ring. It's a boxing. All the respect is going to go away.
Danny, one last question for you before we get to the first face-off of the week. What was camp like leading up to this week now? And what can we expect from you on Saturday night that possibly we haven't seen before from you in the ring?
Yeah, camp went very well, same as every other camp, you know what I mean? Good sparring, good training, diet, and everything went well. As far as Saturday, you're just going to see a good performance from me. I'm going to cause a big upset. I'm going to gain a lot of fans, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and we're grateful for you taking the trek over here, making your first fight in the United States. I'm excited. We'll see you tomorrow at weigh-ins. And one last question for you, Janibek. You're always in shape. You're always prepared. Will we see anything different Saturday night that we haven't already seen from you in your camp?
Последний вопрос. Ты всегда в форме, ты всегда готов. Увидим ли мы что такое неожиданное от тебя в субботу вечером?
Осы жолғы жекпе-жектерге, осы жолғы жекпе-жекке біз өте ұзақ дайындалдық. Ол дегеніміз мына қарсыласты толығымен зерттеп шықтық, толығымен осыған қарсы қандай айла тәсілдер бар, соның бәрін толығымен орындап шықтық. Енді осы жекпе-жекте бұл қарсыласпен мен ойнап шығам. Маған өте жеңіл жекпе-жек болады, мен тек қана ойнаймын. Және де көрермендерге өзіміздің қазақ бокс стилін көрсетемін.
I was preparing for this fight for a very long time. I learned about him a lot. I learned all of his mistakes, what he does in the ring. I learned all of his weaknesses in the ring. And I'm going to just be playing with him and show a Qazaq style fighting.
Well, on that, Danny, I got to come one more. You know, he said he's going to expose some weaknesses and show you his Qazaq style fighting. What do you have to say to that before we wrap it up today?
Listen, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm ready. I've come over and listen, I ain't come over here to take part. I've come to win. I've trained hard, and listen, I'm ready for Saturday.
We are too. Listen, gentlemen, leave your microphones right on your stools. We're going to give you the first face-off of the week. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the WBO Interim Middleweight Championship of the World. Danny Dignum, Janibek Alimkhanuly, coming to you live Saturday night from Resorts World right here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our undercards begin at 2:15 Pacific time on ESPN Plus. And then we move over to the network, ESPN, beginning at 5 p.m. Pacific. We will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the weigh-ins as all fighters take the scale. Again, on behalf of everybody at Top Rank Boxing and Resorts World here in Las Vegas, this is Boxing, this is Top Rank. We will see you tomorrow for the weigh-ins. Have a great night.